Yeah, there's a sense in which every man is judged at the point of death.
But you can't mean judged, because you're my pastor, and you've told me that Jesus takes the test from me.
Well, it depends on what test you're talking about. Paul says we must all appear before the bema seat of Christ. We must all be judged. But believers are not judged with regard to justification. If you're justified, the verdict of not guilty is pronounced over you at the moment of your justification. And so there isn't a question for a believer. When the believer dies, it's not shall he go to heaven or go to hell, but his works are evaluated. We all have to stand before the judgment seat of Christ.
Really?
Yeah, Paul says that in Corinthians.
Well, he says a lot of things. I'm just asking you. Again, I'm going back to making this personal. I bought the thing I was excited about was I was never going to be judged ever again.
You were never going to be judged with regard to salvation.
I'm just saying, as a simple Christian, I'm never going to stand before anything and have to give an account of anything, because Jesus does that for me.
So let me ask you this.
Sorry,
No?
burst your bubble, but that's not true.
So I still have to stand and be judged based on my works?
Well, judged for what?
Oh, I'm asking you.
I'm looking up. Go, Gary, I think you were going to answer that.
So, it's appointed for man to die once, and then after that, judgment. And so, when a person dies, they go to heaven. How do they get in? What on the basis of what are they getting into heaven?
I thought it was Jesus.
Okay, so we agree with that. They're right. So now they get to heaven and say 2,000 years ago, somebody who died goes to heaven and is judged on the basis of them getting in is the person and work of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Okay. So for 2,000 years, they have not been judged on their works. We're waiting for that to happen yet, sometime in the future.
No, Christians who live in a sloppy, disobedient way, backslidden way, frequently receive judgments for how they're living. You know, as John Wayne said, life is hard. It's harder if you're stupid. Right. All right. So those are small J judgments. But here,
wait, before you go, the question: you die, go to heaven, you get in because of the redemptive work of Jesus Christ.
Period.
If I die tomorrow, I'm going to be in the presence of Jesus, right?
Correct.
And if we go 100,000 years between now,
You're in the presence of Jesus.
and I'm hanging, we're good.
Yeah.
And so we're waiting for sometime in the future to be judged when Jesus returns physically at the end of history to judge us based upon our works.
Yes. So for no other 1 Corinthians 3, for no other foundation can no man lay than that is laid, which is Jesus Christ, which we just agreed on. Now, if any man build upon this foundation gold, silver, precious stones, wood, hay, stubble, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it, because it shall be revealed by fire, and the fire shall try every man's work of what sort it is. If any man's work abide, which he has built thereon, he shall receive a reward. If any man's work shall be burned, he shall suffer loss, but he himself shall be saved, yet so as by fire. So and I think he's talking about ministers here. But so you have ministers who are building worthwhile ministries, gold, silver, costly stones. Other ministers have wood, hay, and stubble ministries, and they're going to make it into heaven with their coattails on fire. Everything burns. It was a worthless ministry, but they are saved, but as through fire. And then Paul says elsewhere, somewhere in Corinthians, that we will all appear before the bema seat of Christ.
Okay. I agree.
Okay.
But that wasn't the question. Is when does that take place? If you go to heaven based upon the redemptive work of Christ, our works are evaluated. I don't understand how the evaluation is postponed for Jesus when Jesus returns physically, and there's this now evaluation of everybody in the entire world. It seems to me that the evaluation of your works would take place at the same time that you enter into heaven, assessing it on the basis of just what you wrote there, although maybe only applying to ministers, but applies to all of us.
I think it does apply to all.
Okay, it seems to me they're going to take place at the same time. Why the postponement theory?
Because of 13, every man's work shall be made manifest, for the day shall declare it.
What day? What is the day?
The day that's coming.
And what day is that?
I think it's the day of judgment.
Okay, I think it's the day you die.